everyone, my name is Amrita and I run a brand called Mommy Shots by Amrita, specializing in motherhood and childhood photography. Having done this for over a decade, a large part of me wanted to give back to community by sharing all the knowledge I've picked up in this very niche space. Now, when I started back in 2014, I don't remember anyone doing childhood photography or even an audience opening up to the idea of maternity photography. I've attended a number of workshops on this journey, a large part of them being child photography workshops, only to hone my skill with newborns and maternity and photography and lighting. But over a period of time, I understood that I only got stronger when I attended workshops across multiple genres of photography. So from being on both sides of the spectrum, I've sort of developed a good understanding of what makes a great photography workshop. Here are a few tips that I want to share with you that'll help ease your mind and maybe help you find yourself when you're tasked with presenting your first photography workshop. The first and foremost point I would share with you is to always keep your promises. Be sure to deliver everything that was promised in your course outline. Remember that your participants are here because they expect you to share as much as you can with them in that given amount of time you're committing. This also means that it's very easy to get carried away and talk about things, that's completely off topic. So you always need to be mindful of how far you go with that topic. I would highly recommend covering all the topics that are promised first and then moving on to more advanced topics or specific questions that arise in the workshop. You don't want your audience to feel like you didn't really cover up everything that they signed up for. The next thing is managing your time well. Now, it's a very easy mistake to make, that is to run out of time just to cover everything your participants were promised. When we're creating schedules, we create for what we will present and we follow it to the T. Make mental notes of approximately how much time it would take you to cover a certain topic and stick to it while you're there. Now, in a shooting or a posing or a lighting workshop, the audience is really there to learn a solution to the problem they are facing, and they're also there to learn maybe new techniques. Your job as the presenter isn't to show off how much you know about photography, but it is precisely to provide the specific information the audience needs to improve their photography. So running out of time is an unacceptable excuse for why you didn't deliver something you promised. An easy way that we deal with this in our workshops is to make sure we slot time for questions along with a Q&A session based on that topic. While workshops are a serious affair, ensure your participants are always having fun. Create a balance between instruction and practical application and make time for practical application, as your participants may be a lot slower than you at photography. For me, an ideal workshop is one which provides instruction on a specific topic and also allows the participants to take photographs so as to practice what they've learned. Now, your participants are a group of many different people with many different strengths and weaknesses. A large part of your participants may not have had the chance to even shoot in a studio setting. So providing an opportunity to them would make this workshop so much more valuable and also helps them build confidence. This also is an opportunity for participants to get their images reviewed by you, and your critique is obviously going to be invaluable. Now, the photographer also needs to make sure that everyone gets a fair chance and enough time to shoot, which also means that the workshop should not be overbooked. The next thing to focus on is understanding the needs of your participants. During the shooting portion of the workshop, walk around and connect with all of your participants as much as possible. Thank them for attending, ask them if anything has been confusing so far, give them complete liberty to not feel like a fool for asking any simple question. Guide them through the shooting process, and please be flexible to the needs of the attendees. If the focus of your workshop is on, say, posing, but you see that the attendees are weak in the area of lighting, it is okay to spend time on a subject that will really benefit a large part of your audience. Now, the audience should feel like you are teaching people in a room, not just reciting things orally. If it seems that you're just going through the motions and presenting the same workshop for them that you've presented 100 times over in the past, they might feel a little disconnected. It can also seem like there's no real connection to the people in the room, so build on your engagement with them. Go that extra mile to make it the best experience that they can get. Now, some of you may not agree with me, but I think it's really important for us to seek feedback after our workshops. So hand out feedback forms after your workshop. Getting constructive feedback, I believe, is the best way to improve upon your course outline, your presentation, and just see the entire thing from the perspective of the audience rather than the photographer. I hope these pointers have been really helpful to you when you present your first photography workshop. I wish you so much luck, and I'm looking forward to seeing you back with our next video very soon. Until then, see you.